I have noticed that the more from like Tokyo southwards, people are more fun. More north, not so fun.
Oh, you think so?
People are way more chill the more south you go in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And by south, I mean, I guess west.
Yeah.
West and south, way more chill.
Southwest, yeah.
Yeah, because you start going to like Tokyo, people get more chill. Osaka, super chill, super outgoing. And then people get more chill. And then Kyushu people are really chill.
Yeah.
Really
Okinawa as well. Everyone is so
really willing to
friendly.
talk, really outgoing.
So
and
friendly.
the more north you go, the less willing. But people in Hokkaido do not want to talk.
No.
Like, so I feel like it's kind of, I mean,
Tohoku-
Yamanashi's kind of like more west.
Yeah, Tohoku and Hokkaido, I've noticed, is like even Japanese
They
people
don't
wanna
really
talk
want
to
to
each other Japanese people.
No, they really don't want to
Yeah.
talk. I've just noticed.
And I
they
wonder
just
why.
don't.
It's such a weird cultural difference.
I don't know if it's like the cold makes people not want to talk to
I
each other
think,
more.
I think it is the weather.
I don't want to
actually.
open my mouth.
I don't know.
I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak from my experience, at least. Whenever you go to a country that is more known for like hotter climate, things just move slower, right? Things,
so, yeah. More
things,
chill.
things move slower,
Yeah.
but like the offset of that is that people would just seem more chill. You know,
I'll never forget what you said about Australia when you went. You were like, it's like the UK, but everyone's happy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's true. People are
is,
just more
it
chill
is.
there. It's like
It's interesting how happiness shapes a country.
Yeah, it's probably the weather, to be honest. Yeah, the weather certainly helps.
yeah. I mean, like
Maybe, but it's like there are some parts of like Southwest Japan where it's like the weather is not that great.
right.
So I'm sure
really
the
hot.
weather is a factor,
just really hot.
but it might be like some kind of like actual cultural root of spanning however many generations that is just ingrained into the local culture there. I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
like Kyushu's really chill. Everyone in Kyushu is really talkative,
Yeah.
really chill, just vibes.
Yeah.
A lot more outgoing. I
sure.
found than when we were in Hokkaido. It was like the complete opposite. People in Hokkaido do not want to talk.
No.
Well, I feel like Hokkaido, especially during the winter, it's just like
Every man for themselves.
Yeah, you have to make your time count.
I don't know if it was more. It felt like they were more open to it in winter because it was like more touristy.
Right.
And when I was there in summer, it was like a completely different vibe. Where they were
Really?
just like, "What are you here? Get out! You're not welcome here. Get out!" Nothing chill. I don't know. It's not that bad, but you just feel like no one wants to talk, which is fine because
Right.
I'm not going around
Yeah.
being like, "Hey, let's talk." But it's like even just like little conversations. You know, maybe at the konbini, like when I went to Starbucks in Kyushu with Chris. The people were way more talkative, asking questions. Like,
Oh,
"Hey,
yeah.
what are you
Yeah,
doing? What are you
yeah.
up to?" And it's like, oh, this doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Hokkaido.
dude, in
And in
Okinawa-
Tokyo, bro. I mean, there's no time for that shit in Tokyo. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, get out, get your food, ramen, fuck off, eat it. Leave.
In Okinawa, everyone fucking talks to you.
Yeah.
Like it's like you could be in the middle of the fucking forest and they'll just be like,
Good vibes.
"So what are you up to today?"
Good
and I was
vibes.
like, "Oh, I'm not used to this. Hold on."
Good vibe.
Yeah, it's great vibes. Yeah. I don't know.
especially like tropical climates. You know, Okinawa's like tropical climate.
Yeah.
I can see that. But I'm betting it's very hard to get shit done there. That's
Yeah, just not a whole lot happens over there. But that's kind of like why I like. I know we're making a full circle here, but like I feel the most like slice of life anime experience when I'm in Okinawa.
Oh, do you?
Because nothing happens there, but I like the fact that nothing happens there.
Yeah.
It kind of
military.
it moves. Yeah, other than that, but like it kind of moves at its own time, where it's like you could be going through the whole day in Okinawa doing nothing. You walk around even in the city in like Naha, and everyone's just kind of like vibing. Like no one's. It doesn't seem like anyone's like busy or like on the clock or anything like that or like stressed out. Everyone's just like, yeah, we're just here. We're just chilling, just living our life. You doing good, bro? All right, sick. Yeah, it's like shit. Like it's just like that's the vibe I get, and it's like. Because I remember when we stayed, when we went to our friend's place, who lives in Okinawa, whose parents live in Okinawa.
Yeah.
And it's like the most like fucking traditional Japanese house ever, right?
Yeah.
Like just like literally the shit you see in like non-biori, like slice of life shit. It's that kind of house. And I remember just like while I was in that house, everything just moved really slowly. And I didn't care about what time it was or what we were doing. We were just like chatting and chilling in the living room and just like, my friend's like dad like collects all this sake and he was just like showing us all this shit. And I'm like, it's not like I was like super engrossed in what he was talking about, but it was like, you know what? I can fuck with this. This kind of nice. And I don't know why I like that.
Do you guys have like a sanctuary, someplace you go to
toilet.
that?
Sorry, what did you say?
The toilet. Surely that's yours. You spend fucking 90% of your life on it.
Ain't no way it's the toilet for you. You fucking speed run that
That's
shit,
a
man.
sanctuary moment. Those 10 minutes are
Don't
valuable.
even wipe, bro.
This
Just swish.
motherfucker's like, I'll see you next year when he's on the toilet.
Yeah. No, I'm talking
He thinks
about.
the toilet's like the hyperbolic time chamber. Just like, I'll see you in 20 years, bro.
I'm talking about like a place that you can go to, and it's always going to be like the same. It's always going to give you like comfort whenever you need to like take a break or something like that. It can be like
Parks.
can be parks.
I don't know. For me, it's not necessarily the place. It's more like what I'm feeling and what I'm doing, as opposed to the place. Because I feel like then if I put too much weight on a place and then it changes or whatever, I'll be like,
No, that's the thing, right? Because
I'll be sad.
That's the reason I brought it up, because I know a few people have like their own sanctuary. Most of the time, it's their home, especially if you've moved out of your country, moved out of your house. Your sanctuary is kind of like your home. And I'm wondering if you guys have ever had that moment where you're just like really looking forward to coming back home, come to a place you haven't been to for a long time, but you've valued for a long time, and then something small changes, and you're like, I hate it. I hate it. How dare this small thing change, even though that's the natural course of life?
Yeah.
Like, how dare my favorite restaurant near my house like fucking close down or
yeah.
shit
Oh,
like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And you're like,
that
how
shit hurts.
How like it like nothing hurts more.
Like perfect. Like so like my grandma's house, for example, in Japan is like a great example of that. I haven't been back since she moved before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
And when I say she moved, I literally mean she moved from an apartment that was like here to the apartment literally across the road. So in terms of local area, nothing has changed.
Right.
But I'm going back like at the end of the month to, to celebrate New Year's, and I'm just dreading. I'm like, it's the same, but it's not the same. something about this is not the same. It's not the same, even though it is the same. And it's just like it's still in the same town. It's literally across the road. Like if I wanted to go to the old apartment, it's like a 30-second walk. It's right there. But I'm just dreading. There's a part of me that's dreading where I'm just like, it's not going to be like it was before, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially going to your grandma's place.
Yeah.
That's something that always felt like it never changed.
Yeah.
Like your grandparents' place, that was always the same shit. When you were a kid, growing up, teenager, I like
my grandma's place in Australia, that's my sanctuary because I'm like, that shit hasn't changed in like 50 years.
Yeah,
She's been living there her whole life.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. But my grandma here, I'm just like, you've changed. How dare you? How dare you
I
change?
don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I always liked it when it changed. I was like, oh,
Really?
nice. You're upgrading or you're changing things.
Yeah.
That's cool. I
Don't you-
like that.
But don't you feel like, I don't know, don't you feel like you lose like even a little bit of like that nostalgia?
yeah.
And
I mean, yeah, sure, but like, does that? I mean, for me, it's like I don't really mind. It's whatever. Nostalgia's so
types of people, man.
Nostalgia's overrated.
I fucking love nostalgia.
Oh, why you
man.
don't like slice of life?
Yeah.
That's why game devs have been milking us dry with nostalgia, dude. With the dog shit remake. That's why they're taking that and shoving it back in.
Nah, man.
nah.
If you never look back, you can never tell how far you've gotten, man. Nostalgia's fucking important,
Facts.
man. Like,
Is nostalgia looking back, or is it missing or wanting that feeling again of a?
It's a bit of both, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's a bit of both.
It's looking.
I'm retrospective. I don't
Yeah.
think I just don't indulge.
It's looking back. I think nostalgia is like a combination of things. It's the whole looking back and being like, do you remember the good old days? But also it's the looking back and being like, I remember my not where the world was at that point in time, but where I was in that point in time.
Yeah.
And it's like sometimes you don't miss that shit. Sometimes you're like, I'm glad I'm an adult now with expendable income and I can do whatever the fuck
yeah,
I
dude.
want.
Yeah.
Right?
Go to
Like that shit's
McDonald's
great.
whenever I want.
But there's a part of me that also misses, my granddad buying me ice cream at the local fucking store.
Yeah.
After
exactly.
school and stuff
bro, I
like that.
don't
Like
miss
that. Oh, I miss the fuck out of that.
Damn, why my brain don't do that?
I don't know.
I don't know why my brain don't like that.
Your brain is just constantly upgrading, dude.
I think so. I'm like upgrade.
Upgrade. The new upgrade comes and it's like upgrade, replacing memory.
Progress must be made.
Sea-Dog version 3.51 now.
Installing new drivers.
Hold on, patching myself.
Fixing bugs and glitches.